Recording in progress.
Praise be to Allah, the cherisher and sustainer of the worlds. I am Dr. Ramsha Mushtaq Khan, and today I have the opportunity to present on the topic Mad Cow Disease under the kind supervision of Professor Dr. Saira Afzal. Quote of the day: everything begins with a thought, and thoughts are turned into plans, and plans into reality. Learning outline. I will start with introduction, the epidemiological determinants, the chain of transmission and communicability, clinical manifestations, levels of prevention, recent advances, and multiple choice questions. By the end of this presentation, participants will be able to describe the epidemiological determinants, clinical features, prevention strategies, and global recent advances of mad cow disease. Mad cow disease is presented as bovine spongiform encephalopathy in cows, scrapie spongiform encephalopathy in sheep, and Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease in humans, which is also known as transmissible spongiform encephalopathy (TSE). Bovine spongiform encephalopathy (BSE) is a progressive neurological disease of cattle caused by prions, which are infectious agents made up of protein material. The prion proteins affect the brain structure of infected animals, causing the animal to lose motor skills and eventually causing death. Clinical signs include behavioral changes, coordination problems, weight loss, and decreased milk production. There are two general types of BSE, classical and atypical. Neither form is contagious. Classical BSE spreads through the ingestion of certain materials, brain, spine, etc., from infected animals. The main way classical BSE spread was through contaminated animal feed containing meat or bone meal from the infected cattle. The incubation period for classical BSE from the time of infection until the onset of clinical signs averages 3 to 6 years. The first diagnosis of classical BSE occurred in 1986 in the United Kingdom, where most of the worldwide cases occur. Since then, many other countries have confirmed cases. Atypical BSE occurs rarely and spontaneously, typically in cattle that are 8 years old or older. There is no association of atypical BSE with contaminated feed or ingestion of infected materials. Instead, a spontaneous change in the prion proteins in older adult cattle causes atypical BSE. Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service, March 2018. 4 out of the 5 cases of BSE identified in the United States were diagnosed as atypical BSE. From sheep to cows to humans following a deadly brain disease, scrapie in sheep, mad cow disease in bovines, and a new variant of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease in humans, all are believed to be caused by prions, a type of infectious protein discovered by University of California at San Francisco. Scrapie is a fatal brain disease affecting sheep and goat. First recognized in Europe more than 250 years ago, infected sheep will rub and scrape their skin raw and eventually die from brain degeneration. It was found in the United States in 1947. Mad cow disease or bovine spongiform encephalopathy first appeared in 1984 in a cow in Britain that was thought to have eaten feed that included offal from sheep that harbored scrapie. Since then, authorities have found more than 178,000 cases of BSE. Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease is the human equivalent of the fatal brain disease. It is a rare disease typically occurring in 1 in a million older mature adults. A new variant, probably caused by eating infected beef, affects younger adults in the same way it attacks the brains of cattle. There have been about 100 deaths to date. What causes the disease? In all 3 species, the disease is caused by prions, the infectious proteins that are smaller than viruses. What makes prion unique among infectious disease agents is that they lack the genetic material. A prion exists in 2 forms. A normal prion protein can change its shape to a disease-causing form. The conversion of one prion protein into a harmful form can trigger a chain reaction among other proteins. When enough bad proteins form, they create long fibers that destroy brain tissue. Prions are remarkably durable. Standard procedures used in a lab, such as heat and chemicals, are not effective in neutralizing prions. Promising treatment. Scientists have discovered two obscure drugs that show promise against prion-related diseases, at least in the lab. Both drugs are known to cross the blood-brain barrier, a natural barrier that protects the brain from foreign chemicals and viruses. Problem statement. The first confirmed instance in which an animal fell ill with the disease occurred in 1986 in the United Kingdom. Subsequently, 177 people contracted and died of the disease with a similar neurological symptom, subsequently called the new variant Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. 3 cases of the Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease occurred in people who had lived in or visited the United Kingdom, one each in the Republic of Ireland, Canada, and the United States of America. 4 cases were reported globally in 2017, and the condition is considered to be nearly eradicated. In the United Kingdom, from 1986 to 2015, more than 184,000 cattle were diagnosed, with the peak of new cases occurring in 1993. This is the evolution of bovine spongiform encephalopathy. The number of cases of bovine spongiform encephalopathy reported in the United Kingdom from 1987 to 2008. 2 cases of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease from ongoing dementia registry in Pakistan. Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease is a rare prion disease that leads to rapidly progressive dementia and associated neurological features. It is not well documented in Pakistan, therefore its prevalence in Pakistan is not unknown. Here, 2 cases of sporadic probable Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease were seen in a hospital. The first was a case of 62 years old female presented with rare prion disease, rapidly progressive dementia, and myoclonus. The second was a 72 years old female who presented with generalized axial and limb rigidity, mutism, personality changes, and hallucinations, along with rapidly progressive dementia. Both cases were diagnosed as Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease on the basis of clinical MRI and EEG findings. Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease is also known as human mad cow disease. Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease is a rare degenerative brain disorder. It is caused by abnormal proteins called prions that damage the brain cells. Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease is incurable and invariably fatal. Symptoms of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease include rapidly progressive dementia, anxiety, depression, paranoia, memory loss, personality changes, and hallucinations, physical problems such as impaired speech and jerky movements. The types of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. Number 1 is the variant Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, familial Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, sporadic Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, and iatrogenic Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. In the variant Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease is acquired by consumption of BSE-infected neurological tissue. If cattle meat has come into contact with infected neurological tissue, it may harbor the prions. The average age of onset is 27 years, and initial symptoms include gradual psychiatric and behavioral aberrations. The familial Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease is an autosomal dominant mutation in the PRP gene, generally between codons 175 and 220. The average age of onset may depend on the specific mutation, and range is about 30 years to 80 years of age. The initial symptoms include neurological degeneration, depression, absent-mindedness, and fatigue. Sporadic Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease is not known how it is acquired. The average age of onset is 65 years, and the initial symptoms include rapid neurological degeneration. The iatrogenic Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, recorded cases from neurosurgery with contaminated instruments, corneal grafting, transplants, or exposure to human dura mater, implants infected with the prions, and the use of infected human cadaveric growth hormone and human pituitary gonadotropin. The age of onset can be any, and the initial neurological symptoms depend on the route of transmission. If transmitted directly into the brain, rapidly progressive neurological symptoms precede ataxia. The human growth hormone cases tended to present first and primarily with progressive ataxia. Clinical subtypes, clinically Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease may present as a subacute chronic or amyotrophic disorder, and now with Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. The more common subacute type of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease is so termed because of rapid onset of dementia, deterioration, and death within months to a year of onset of symptoms. The chronic form of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease has a longer duration and often causes diagnostic confusion. In the rare amyotrophic disorder, the person presents with low motor neuron signs and neurological muscle atrophy and has a prolonged course lasting up to 16 years and ending with profound dementia and death. Epidemiological determinants, the agent, host, environment, and vector. The agent factors initially thought to have been caused by a slow virus. These were classified as slow viral diseases. Prions replicate by causing other normally folded proteins of the same type to take on their misfolded shape, which then go on to do the same, leading to an exponential chain reaction. Eventually, the prions aggregate into an alpha helical beta pleated sheet, which is thought to be toxic to brain cells. The agent is not destroyed even if the brain or beef or material containing it is cooked or heat treated. Prions are single molecules containing about 250 amino acids. They are abnormal variants of protein which normally occur in cells. Prions have the ability to convert to normal forms that they come into contact with into abnormal forms. This is a graphical representation of a normal prion and a diseased prion. Transmission can occur when healthy animals come in contact with tainted tissues from others with the disease. In the brain, the agent causes native cellular prion protein to deform into misfolded state, which then goes on to deform further prion protein in an exponential cascade. The results in protein aggregates, which then form dense plaque fibers. Brain cells begin to die off in massive numbers, eventually leading to the microscopic appearance of holes in the brain, degeneration of physical and mental abilities, and ultimately death. This figure represents the brain shrinkage and deterioration, which is occurring rapidly. The brain section showing spongiform pathology characteristic of the Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. How did BSE, bovine spongiform encephalopathy, transfer to humans? Sheep with scrapie used in meat and bone meal, known as offal. Infected beef eaten by humans, not affected by cooking, brain and spinal tissue. Maternal transmission is a low risk. Genetic susceptibility. Humans have been homogeneous for the methionine at codon 129 of PRP codon. Human transmission. Possible modes include transmission from surgical instruments used on tonsils, appendix, or brain tissue, growth hormone injections, and vaccines. Incubation period. BSE is a transmissible neurodegenerative fatal brain disease of cattle. The disease has a long incubation period of 4 to 5 years, and it is fatal for cattle within months to weeks of its onset. The nature of the BSE agent is still being debated. The mean onset occurs between 50 and 60 years of age, but Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease has been reported in individuals as young as 17 and as old as 85. A cow with BSE infected animals lose the ability to stand. Now the primary prevention, targeted surveillance of occurrences of clinical neurological disease, transparency in reporting findings of BSE, safeguards on importation of live ruminant species and their products, removal of specified risk materials, brain, spinal cord, etc. during slaughter and processing of carcasses, and from the human food and the animal feed chains, prohibition of the inclusion of specified risk materials in animal feeds, thus removing potentially contaminated material from the food chain, humane destruction of all suspected animals exposed to prion-contaminated feed, banning the use of meat and bone meal in ruminant feed, further reinforced by a mammalian to ruminant feed ban, appropriate disposal of carcasses and all animal products, livestock identification to enable effective surveillance and tracing of suspected livestock, and always vaccinate cattle properly. Disinfection, porous load autoclaving, sodium hypochlorite, 2N sodium hydroxide, rendering at high temperature and pressure, resistant in tissues, dried organic material, and high titer. Secondary prevention includes diagnosis. Currently, there is no test to diagnose the disease in a live animal or in humans. No antemortem testing is available. A veterinary pathologist confirmed BSE by post-mortem microscopic examination of brain, medulla, spinal cord tissue, and by the detection of abnormal form of prion protein. Postmortem tests for BSE all are based on antibodies to detect prion protein in the tissue. Immunohistochemistry is considered the gold standard, internationally recognized, but it is expensive and labor intensive. Rapid diagnostic tests include Western blot and ELISA. At present, there is no cure for the mad cow disease, bovine spongiform encephalitis, and for the Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, prevention is the only available option. BSE surveillance. BSE surveillance USDA began conducting BSE surveillance testing in 1990 as a way to detect any cases that may be present in the United States. If no cases are found, surveillance results also prove the absence of the disease in the country. The current US surveillance program in place since 2006 far exceeds the current surveillance guidelines provided by the OIE. The testing program focuses on cattle population that are at higher risk for BSE, including animals 12 months of age and older that display central nervous system signs, and animals over 30 months of age that are excluded from slaughter due to poor health status, non-ambulatory, unhealthy, or dead. Producers can support USDA's efforts to identify BSE, especially cases of atypical BSE that fall outside of normal surveillance efforts. Immediately report any unusual or suspicious signs of disease to the veterinary, state or federal animal disease control officials or to the country agricultural agent. Watch cows that show nervous or aggressive behavior, difficulty with coordination, trouble standing up, decreased milk production, and weight loss, and report the location of any potential offspring for affected cows. Surveillance. The rationale for surveillance, global surveillance for Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease and other forms of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease should lead to a better understanding of the disease, including potential causes of iatrogenic Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, as well as the distribution of various hereditary forms. It should also provide information towards protection against the risks of disease. The recommended types of surveillance include one center that must be identified at a central level to carry out surveillance. All definite, probable, and possible cases must be notified by the appropriate healthcare professionals, usually physicians, neurologists, psychiatrists, neuropathologists, to the center responsible for surveillance. Check death registrations in order to identify cases not detected by routine surveillance. Recommended minimum data elements, case-based record, subtype, and classification of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, age, sex, country of birth, geographical information, and occupation, date of onset, date of death, vital status, aggregated data reporting. All reporting should be case-based. Recommended data analysis, presentation, and reports, number of cases by subtype, classification, occupational group, and geographical area, number of cases by year of death and by year at death, sex ratio, performance indicators for surveillance, the time between onset of symptoms and reporting. Disease forms and recommended case definitions. Sporadic Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, possible cause is labeled when progressive dementia and EEG atypical or not carried out and duration is less than 2 years, and at least two out of the following clinical features, which includes myoclonus, visual or cerebellar disturbance, pyramidal or extrapyramidal dysfunction, and akinetic mutism. The probable cause is labeled in the absence of an alternative diagnosis from routine investigation. It includes progressive dementia and at least two of the following 4 clinical features: myoclonus, visual or cerebellar disturbance, pyramidal, extrapyramidal dysfunction, akinetic mutism with a typical EEG, whatever the clinical duration of the disease, or a positive 1433 assay in CSF and a clinical duration leading to death in less than 2 years. And a definite case is labeled when neuropathological confirmation is seeked and confirmation of protease-resistant prion protein is confirmed by immunohistochemistry or Western blot. Now it's time for the recent updates. Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease recent developments. Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease is a rare prion disorder that has been the subject of both professional and public interest following the identification of variant Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease as a zoonotic disorder. There have been recent advances in diagnostic techniques, including real-time quacking-induced conversion and magnetic resonance imaging brain scan, that have allowed more accurate case recognition in all forms of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. Although the epidemic of the variant Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease is clearly in decline, prevalent studies suggest that it may be premature to be complacent about the concerns for public health. MRI in sporadic Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease is the most useful investigation, as it is highly sensitive and specific, as well as widely available and relatively non-invasive. The classical MRI findings in sporadic Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease include high signal in the caudate putamen or cortex, or a combination of these, on diffusion weighted imaging and fluid attenuated inversion recovery sequences. MRI in variant Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, symmetrical hyperintensity in the posterior thalamus relative to the anterior putamen is characteristic of variant Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease and is known as the pulvinar sign. This finding is very rare in other types of prion diseases. Now it's time for the MCQs. Bovine spongiform encephalopathy is a progressive neurological disorder of the cattle that results from infection by an unusual transmissible agent called a prion. Mad cow disease in humans is known as A. Autoimmune dementia, B. Bovine spongiform encephalopathy, C. Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, D. Scrapie spongiform encephalopathy, and E. Alzheimer's disease. The answer is C. Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. MCQ number 2, mad cow disease is an infectious agent that affects the brains of cattle. The actual name of the disease is bovine spongiform encephalopathy, a name that refers to the changes seen in the brain tissue of affected cow. Bovine spongiform encephalopathy is a progressive neurological disease of cattle caused by A. bacteria, B. fungi, C. parasites, D. prions, and E. slow viruses. So the answer is D. prions. MCQ number 3, a 65-year-old male presented in the neurology OPD with complaints of slurred speech, difficulty with motor coordination and balance, vision problems, hallucinations, and impaired memory for the past 5 years. A patient's first-degree relative suffers from a similar health issue. The type of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease in this scenario is A. Classical Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, B. Iatrogenic Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, C. Inherited, D. Sporadic, and E. Variant. So the answer is C. Inherited. Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease occurs when any individual consumes bovine spongiform encephalopathy, also known as mad cow disease. The incubation period for the classical BSE is A. 3 to 6 years, B. 6 to 9 years, C. 9 to 12 years, D. 12 to 15 years, and E. 15 to 18 years. The answer is A. 3 to 6 years. MCQ number 5, a 35-year-old male presented to the OPD for the preceding 6 months with neurological abnormalities such as ataxia within weeks or months, memory loss, and disorientation. In the past 2 years, the patient had consumed a lot of beef meals. The most common cause for these symptoms is A. Abnormal carbohydrates in brain, B. Abnormal fats in brain, C. Abnormal proteins in brain, D. Minerals in brain, and E. Vitamins in brain.
C.
Yes, the answer is C. Abnormal proteins in brain. MCQ number 6, after undergoing brain surgery, a 45-year-old man acquired symptoms of impaired memory, reasoning and judgment, anxiety, and insomnia for past 6 months. Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease was diagnosed in the patient. In this case, the kind of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease is classical, iatrogenic, inherited, sporadic, or variant.
B.
Yes, the answer is B. Iatrogenic Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. MCQ number 7, Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease is known as a prion disease, which means that healthy brain tissue deteriorates into an abnormal protein that the body cannot break. What types of tissue carry the greatest risk of spreading mad cow disease to people? A. Epithelial tissues, B. Fatty tissues, C. Liver and organ meats, D. Muscle tissue, and E. Tissue from the nervous system.
E.
The answer is E. Tissues from the nervous system. MCQ number 8. Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease is a degenerative brain disorder that leads to dementia and ultimately death. Symptoms can be similar to those of other dementia-like disorders. Some cases of human mad cow disease may be misdiagnosed as what other disease? A. Alzheimer's disease, B. Depression, C. Manic depression, D. Polio, and E. Schizophrenia. The answer is A. Alzheimer's disease.
A.
Yes, the answer is A, Alzheimer's disease. Every prion illness is deadly. Prion sickness causes death in both animals and humans. There is no treatment that works. To prevent the spread of these diseases, it is critical to understand how they are transmitted. What must be done to destroy the agent that causes mad cow disease? A, exposure to alpha radiation, B, exposure to ultraviolet radiation, C, freezing, D, incineration, and E, use of strong disinfectants. The answer is D, incineration.
A.
MCQ number 10. In ABC country has no indigenous case of classical bovine spongiform encephalitis born less than 11 years ago can have risk status of BSE as A, high risk, B, intermediate risk, C, low risk, D, negligible risk, and E, zero risk. So the answer is D, negligible risk. This is the key of the MCQs. This is the link to our YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ramsha. Very nice presentation. And this is really a difficult topic, but your presentation has make it very simple and easy to understand. Very well done. And see you today, everyone in the department. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you, Madam. Allah Hafiz.